Food markets only.
Meet Susie Smart, she is so bright. On her blackboard you can write. She has a desk, she has a seat. What's your name, my dolly sweet?
My name is Susie Smart.
She can talk!
She can talk, but can she add?
2 plus 2 is 4. Cat, C-A-T.
You can spell!
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how
You recite!
Press the button, she says a dozen things, complete with desk, blackboard, and seat. Susie Smart, sold at food markets only.
What's this stuff? Some cereal. It's supposed to be good for you. Did you try it? I'm not gonna try it. You try it. I'm not gonna try it. Let's get Mikey. Yeah. He won't eat it. He hates everything. He likes it. Hey, Mikey.
peculiar. Okay. Did that solve the picture issue? Yeah, please let me know. I'm messing up all kinds of things here. I can't even remember how to turn the... Oh, yeah, I remember now. Kind of dense. Yeah, they've been messing with my medicine. They had to put me back on the blood thinners, which has made me very loopy. I wasn't even going to do this tonight, but I am so far behind on getting this stuff given away and letting people know what's going on, that kind of stuff. All right, everybody start posting into streaming. All right, start posting in the stream because we're going to be using Mr. Nightly Bot to give away this lovely pinpointer along with a Calico sticker. Since Calico was nice enough to donate this item, they donated several of them. Let me see if I can fill y'all in. One of the reasons I can't find anything in this dump, I might show you, is I am actually packing. Yes, it is true. I suddenly went from number 56 on the move-in list in Michigan to, I think it was number 36, and then it was number 30, and I believe now I am number 23. And this has all happened in like 6 weeks. So I am going to be moving fairly quickly if I can keep from hurting myself. So that's one reason I can't find anything, is I've been packing and moving things around, and I don't know which camera is going to come on here. That's that one. Okay. I have not been on my computer, I'm going to say, for probably 2 months. There we go. There's our little guy we're giving away, the Vulcan 360 CE pinpointer, battery not included. You'll have to get your own 9-volt battery. And you get your little Calico sticker. You can stick it wherever you want. But anyway, yeah, things are getting where I'm going to be moving pretty quick to the Michigan place. Tell Brett, hi, honey. And hopefully things will calm down once I get moved. And by the way, I'm doing this because I don't know how else to go about it. I got a get well card at my P.O. box yesterday. Now, all this time I've been sick, which is like 3 years. Arnie. Anyway, in all this time, I think I have gotten maybe 3 or 4 get well cards in 3 years. So anytime I see one, I get pretty excited just because people just don't, I don't know why, they just I guess I don't seem like the get well card kind of person, but I actually really do appreciate them. But anyway, this one was unusual. Uh, it was from someone in Michigan. That wasn't unusual. But I had never heard this name before. I have no idea who this person is. Uh, and I opened it, and it was a beautiful, beautiful handmade type card. And y'all know I'm a crafty, so I really really liked the card. Anyway, the lady's name is Sylvia. Now, I am assuming that Sylvia did not come from the coin community or the metal detecting community, because she put a check in there, and you know the little line where you write what your check was for. Well, this one said from a question mark fan, which is the band I work with, Question Mark and the Mysterians, who are from Michigan. So I'm assuming she came from our music fan base. So I went over to the fan club page and looked around, and I did not see her on there either. So I have no idea who this lady is, but if she's out there, uh, I don't know how she found out, but she had, my P.O. box and everything. So she may have just seen there's a GoFundMe that's been floating around for a while. She may have seen that because Question Mark started it. But I don't know how this lady appeared in my life, but there had not been much going on with any kind of contributions or anything to that for quite a while. And this was a pretty good sized check. And so, Sylvia, if you are out there, honey, I'm going to come bring you dinner when I get moved to Michigan. So, anyway, um, one of the things that happened, because I fell off the bus, and that's a whole nother story there. I'll do a separate video on the Deadbeat Club about falling off the bus. But that added about $400 to the cost of the move, because I was going to be packing a lot of the things that are in the storage, and I was going to be doing, some of those lightweight loading of the truck. Well, obviously, I'm not going to be able to do any of that now. I sprained my ankle. You know that old line about you got your foot up your. Well, when I fell, I really did have my foot up my. So, yeah, I sprained my ankle, broke a couple toes, ripped a big piece of skin off my arm. And this was like a week after I had my heart surgery, so nah, it wasn't good. But anyway, Sylvia, if you're out there, thank you, because it's going to cost me extra now. I thought we just about had enough for the move, but when you hire the movers that go with the U-Haul truck, you can hire the cheap ones, but I don't advise it, because I did that when I left Georgia, and I didn't save any money because they broke about $2,000 worth of stuff. So anyway, that's where we're at. Should be hopefully moving soon. And at this point, I don't care if we have to push the truck through 12-foot snow drifts. When they let me know that my unit is ready. I'll be heading that way. Oh, and I've lost my driver too, so now I gotta either find a driver or drive it myself. I can drive. I can see well enough to drive. And I always think about my Uncle Bill. My Uncle Bill during World War II lost an eye during basic training. Well, they just couldn't afford to lose any men. So when he lost his eye, they had to find something else for him to do because they did not want to discharge him because they needed all the men they could get. So my Uncle Bill ended up driving the bus for the Navy band, which I think probably had to be the coolest job in World War II, driving a bunch of musicians around from place to place. So I figure if my Uncle Bill could drive around with one eye, with a bunch of crazy drunk Navy dudes on the bus, I can manage to get us to uh, Michigan. It's 600 miles from here to there. And, if I have to pay extra days and only drive 100 miles a day, then that's what I'll do. But we is getting to Michigan. It's going to happen. What? I can't believe there's only 9 people that want a free Pinpointer. Y'all better get this shared over onto other channels and let them know. I'm going to be giving this thing away in about 15, 20 minutes. While I tell you some other things. Like most of the giveaway packages that have been sitting around forever while I was sick, most of them went out yesterday. I do still have the most complicated one, but it's laid out on the table now and I about got it calculated out. And the most complicated one belongs to Doug Harding because it's a combination of things he is buying and things that he won. And some of them get charged postage and some of them don't. And he has been so patient. I love you, Doug. Okay, so let me tell you whose I still have here. And if I don't mention your name, that means that yours went out in the mail. I have some earrings that I have to finish putting together for Leanne Crawford, Mikey 007. He has a duck on a keychain that he won back in June. Jackalope has a flying pig, which all I got to do is just basically that one's ready to go. That's a key ring. I finally figured out how to do the Canadian things. Okay. Now this is a real interesting one. I'm not sure who this belongs to. Oh, yeah, I am. This is it. This belongs to Incognito. And it's 10 wheat pennies and a flying pig keychain. Then we have a keychain for Looter 8 that is a duck, so that's obviously from one of my duck races or something. I did finally figure out how to do the Canadian things, so that's a good deal there. Am I going to keep streaming weekly? I'm going to attempt to keep streaming weekly. Oh, I have a chicken for Jack Gallman. I have something that has to go to Germany that, and then I have a problem. This is what I have. I have a problem. Somebody at, I'm guessing, an end of stream won a silver Roosevelt dime, a 1952 Rosie. And I put it in the envelope. I did not write the name on it. Does anybody know who won that? I don't want to have to go back and watch all those videos. And then, let me see, there was one more. No, I think that's it. So everybody else's went out yesterday. I mean, my poor aide went out of here carrying 2 great big tote bags. She said it took her, because I had to send her through the line at the post office, because they're doing the non-machinables differently, and so I think she said she spent over an hour, over an hour in line at the post office, just making sure everything was done correctly, because I finally got how to do the customs forms and everything figured out, where I don't have to do the separate forms and everything. Well, Jim, your package went out yesterday. Right after I gave all that stuff away, I got too sick to sit at the computer, and I apologized probably 10 times to everybody. You know, I'm sorry, but when you can't see, you can't work. But you had more than one prize. You won a duck race that had more than one prize with it. So anyway, yours was in the bag that went out yesterday. It's on its way, I promise. I may be slow, but unlike a certain guy down in Florida, you will eventually get your packages from me. There's a guy down in Florida I don't watch anymore, because I won 3 times on his channel and never got any of the things. And he did not have the excuse of having 2 heart surgeries. I mean, I hate to use that as an excuse, but it's a little hard to mail stuff out when you're in a hospital bed. And it was really weird when I had the surgeries. One of the things they make you do is you have to lie there absolutely flat. You can't move your arms at all. And I'm one of those people that flips and flops and rolls, and you know, I had a real hard time sleeping for about a month. I'm still not well, but I'm better. I'm having uh, physical therapy. I have physical therapy 2 times a week, sometimes 3 times a week. I have no idea, William. I'm sure I lost a bunch of watch hours. I wasn't even doing M3 videos. I just was. Yesterday, I slept 20 hours. I kid you not. I slept 20 hours. I just have no idea what's going on with my channel. At a certain point, I no longer cared. I just no longer cared what was happening with my channel. My big thing at this point was just trying to stay alive. That's how sick I was. There were a couple times I really did not think I was going to make it at all. I thought I was DONE. I well could have too. It was bad news. If I could find where to look, I'd tell you what my watch hours are. I can't even remember where to look for them. Oh my goodness. I am really awful. Okay, your channel. Manage. Customize channel. I never even got my new computer, never even got set up. It's still sitting here over on the table. I have no idea. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I lost a bunch. I have my number of viewers I need. I have 3 video uploads in the last 90 days. But what I do not have, I lost a whole bunch of watch hours. I am back down to 1,530 watch hours of 3,000. So I have half my watch hours. That's sad. I'm doing a little better on the shorts, but not much. So that's where that's at. I knew it was going to happen, and there was nothing at all that I could do about it. I was just way, way, way too sick. Right now, there are 13 people in the room, and according to the Nightbot, only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are eligible to win the Pinpointer, because y'all aren't posting over here in the chitty chat. Big kindergartner. Oh boy. Yay. Yay, Annette's grandson. Go. It's fun. I have my kindergarten class picture. It's the only year of school that I did not go to school in Florida. And it's kind of a funny story. My mom wanted she just assumed that when we moved to Florida that they would have kindergarten like they did in Iowa and most other intelligent states in the Union. Of course, this was back in the 1950s. And we got down here. I was 3.5, I think, not quite 4. And my mom found out they did not have kindergarten in the public schools. And she was not happy. My mom was a big proponent of education. My dad, on the other hand, did not think girls needed to go to school at all. He thought it was a total waste of time. But my mom put her little foot down and told my dad we were going back to Iowa so I could go to kindergarten. And so we rented out the house that we had just bought and went back to Iowa for a year where I attended kindergarten. And like 2 days after kindergarten was over, we were right back in the car and right back to Florida. But for that 1 year, we went back so I could go to school. And one of the reasons I remember it so much is because my cousin Jackie was in the same kindergarten class. Little bitty town, maybe 300 people out in the middle of nowhere, Iowa. Except one time a year, there's like 30,000 people there, and that's because they have a big biker festival out on an old farm. If you're from Iowa, you may know where Conesville is because of the bike festival, but other than that, most people don't know where it is. But anyway, they had sent me a little report card and a little diploma and all of that kind of stuff, and it all got lost. But then my cousin Mary, I was visiting Conesville one day, and she comes out with this picture, and because her daughter Jackie was the one that was in my class, and she came out with our kindergarten class picture and a couple of pictures from a school play. So I do have pictures from when I went to school in Iowa. So I have those, but all the rest I went to school in Florida, all in the same town. So mostly with the rich kids. Yeah, what's wrong? What's wrong with you people? It says there's only 10 people in here. Of course, nobody cares anyway. Yeah, that's one thing I really started feeling like the longer I was sick, the longer I started feeling like I might as well just quit doing the show because it didn't seem like anybody missed it anyway. But okay, it says there's 10 people in here, but there's Nightbot says there's only 9. So we got about 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna give this thing away. I really want to go back to bed. I really want to know what I did with all that metal detecting stuff, because that's going to be a fun thing to do. I put a poll up on the community tab of my channel because I don't want to carry. I have these 2 containers full of metal detected items when I go detecting, I put a Ziploc bag in my finds bag and I just throw everything in there. And then when I get around to making my video, I clean it all up and I throw the trash out and show the goodies. And well, a lot of the videos never got made. And I really don't want to move 2 boxes of trash. I mean, really trash, like pull tabs and bottle caps and rusty screws and that kind of junk. I don't want to haul that stuff to Michigan. So I decided what I'm going to do is just start pulling the bags out, dumping them out. Most of them are labeled on there, at least where I found the stuff. And we'll just get them on video and then we'll throw the trash out, put the goodies separate. And that way I can get rid of a bunch of trash that I won't have to carry with me. And if I do get around to making the videos, I will still have the good finds on a video, so I'll be able to go back and clip them and bring them in, because I know there's some rings in there and some change. But there's a lot of trash, and I'm trying not to move any junk that I don't need to take with me, because it sucks up gas in the truck and all of that. Yeah, it's more stuff to move. I've been trying to get rid of a lot of stuff. I've given some away. I've thrown some away. I've been listing some on Facebook Marketplace and eBay, and doing what I can do. Number one, I need the money. And number two, I don't need to be hauling all this extra junk. So anyway, we were going to do that today, but I cannot figure out what on earth I did with the 2 big plastic bags full of stuff. I do have this one box, though. I don't know if it's what it is exactly. I don't know if it's junk or this is just some finds. So we'll go ahead and look at some of the things that I kept. Kind of interesting things that I have found over the last year and a half. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I'm like this. I'm not sure what this is. It's obviously some kind of piece of jewelry or part of a piece of jewelry. And it has a pretty stone in it. But I don't know exactly what it is. Yeah, these people better get in here. They want to win this pinpointer. Yeah, this is a really pretty thing. And it's really kind of an opal-y looking thing. It looks more orange under here. I thought maybe it was an earring, but it doesn't have any place for a post. It looks like it had a loop of some kind up at the top. That's a treasure that I found in a park. Then someone lost their... Now, I have written down what exactly star this is. This is a military. I think somebody said it was from an E3. I've got it written down somewhere. These are some of the better or more interesting. This I found over in Sparta, North Carolina, part of the guts of a watch. And a piece of chain, part of a chain that I have not tested yet. I did finally get a new test kit. Mine, the chemicals had gone dead. I don't know what I got here. Oh, a skull and crossbones. My lighting is terrible where I'm at right now. Like I said, I'm in the process of packing to move, so everything's a little... There's boxes and bags and... I don't have very good light, but this is some kind of little pin. And I'm not sure what this is. Some kind of token or something off some clothes. It's pretty mushed up. Oh yeah, my electronics. Well, pretty much everything goes with me. I move in a... I don't put my stuff on a moving truck and let it go anywhere. Whatever vehicle my stuff is in, I'm in it too. A peace sign earring. Doesn't seem to have any markings on it. This one also doesn't have any markings. It's got a little dolphin on it that says friends. Found that down in Georgia. Here's a ring. This is just a box that... I think this is one of the... Yeah, this is one of those, what they call them, spinner rings. Can't really get a good angle on it, but nice ring. I haven't really checked the stuff that well. And some assorted change, quarter, a dime, 3 pennies. This took me a while to figure this one out. This is part of a fishing lure that I found in a schoolyard. Somebody was practicing their casting, I guess, out there in the schoolyard. Yeah, here's the other part of it. It broke off. It was attached to that. and probably one of the most mangled pennies I have ever seen. It definitely has been lawn mowed. Couple of tokens. This is a Paul Revere Life Insurance of Worcester, Massachusetts. It's like a watch fob. This will identify the owner. Please notify the Paul Revere. And everybody's got to have a Chuck E. Cheese. I'm pretty sure that's what this is. It's a Chuck E. Cheese. No, this may be Fisherman's Wharf. Yeah, this is Fisherman's Wharf, Monterey, California. Token. Yeah, see, this is one I've already picked all the goodies out of. This is a steel guitar pick, which I got out of Phelps Park, where they have the annual Fiddlers Convention. So somebody was probably banjoing with that. But see, these other bags that I have, they're things like this mixed in with soda pop bottle caps and things like that. Tokens. Now, this one I did not find. This one was given to me by Digging with Deej, the house on the rock, and I looked it up. It's somewhere up in Minnesota, I believe. World's largest carousel. And this I originally thought was like a Cracker Jack ring or something. And it turned out to be from the 1938 or 39 World Exhibition in Chicago. But it was all mashed up. And I found it right by my car. And since I have a ring sizer at home, I brought it home and took a little rubber hammer and the ring sizer and was able to yeah, I know it's not showing the whole thing, but the way things are set up right now on my desk, this is the best I can do. I can't raise my scope any higher. But yeah, I thought this was, yeah, 1933. There it is. So that was something I thought was junk. Turned out to be something good. Then these are just all kinds of odds and ends. This is from some Fiesta 2001. It's actually a lapel pin. There's the ribbon part. There's supposed to be a pin up there that pins that to your shirt. 20th annual Family River Parade Party. McCall, Parkhurst, and Horton. Anyway, this was an event that happened in Louisiana, and I found this in a cow pasture in Virginia. Don't ask me. And then I got a bunch of tokens, a bunch more tokens. Yeah, see, this is a bag that I already went through and kept all the goodies. A little star. And threw all the junk away. So this is what I'm going to be doing with all the other odds and ends. Oh, Indian head penny, 1904. St. Francis. St. Francis, pray for us. And the other side is St. Anthony. Just stuff. And I have bags and bags like this. Here's one. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, William, is once I find them again. Oh, here's a ring. I think it's a junker, but it's pretty. Is I'm going to throw all the trash out and make shorts out of what's left. Because I'm never going to get caught up. And I'll just start fresh. That's a really pretty ring. I don't believe it has any markings in it, but it's quite pretty. And what else I got in here? I got a little heart that says Addison on it. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pennies and 2 quarters in a plastic bag. And then, oh, I remember this day. There's other things that were in this bag that I took out and put in my box. Alright, well, I need to do the drawing real quick for this whatchamajig, so we're just gonna do it. Whoever wins, whoever the thing picks is gonna get the Vulcan 360 pinpointer. Let me get over here onto the screen. Oh, come on, you booger. Come on. I hate this. There we go. Share screen. I bought. Share. Alright. There's only 8 people on this list, and there's 13 in the room. So you got about 1 minute. While I get a drink and get this screen lined up. And we're going to give away the Vulcan. So you can take it. I go out and find some groovy little things like what I was just showing you. And I'm going to tell you, if you live in a house where there has been a garden, like a flower garden or a vegetable garden, over several years, the first place I would go with my pinpointer would be I'd go over that garden, because people are always digging in the garden with their hands and losing stuff. Almost every garden I have ever looked in. All right, now there's 12. There's 13 in the room and 12 in the drawing. So that's close enough. When I hit this button right here, right down here, it says roll. As soon as I hit it, it's going to tell me. And somebody going to be a winner. And you will need to send me your mailing address so I can get it out to you. I'm going to do the other drawings next Wednesday just to get caught up. By then I should have everybody's stuff sent out to them, and that'll be groovy. All right, here we go. Everybody ready? Everybody bribed the bot. Okay, uno, dos, a one, a two, a three, a cuatro, and the winner is William E. William won a pinpointer. Yay, William! Woohoo! Good job, Mr. William. I'm gonna have you some fun. Find you some treasurables. That's really cool. Yeah, I'm gonna try to be back more. I kind of let things get really depressing for me because I kept getting sicker and sicker. And I realized I really need to not do that. But yeah, I think things will be a lot better when I get moved over to Michigan. And so there you go. Yes, I'm going to try to get back on more. Another thing I'm doing, a lot of people don't even know that I do this or have ever done this. But way back in the 90s, when the internet was first a big thing, I started working for this company. It's called Ancestry. I was a professional genealogist, and although I am retired now, I do still take on genealogy jobs from time to time, and I do them at a cheaper rate than most of the professionals, simply because I don't have the piece of paper anymore that says I am a certified professional genealogist, because I didn't think it was worth paying all that money for when I wasn't doing that many jobs. So lately I've been taking little little family tree hunting jobs, uh, instead of the $35 to $200 an hour that the pros are charging. I charge $25 an hour with a $2 minimum, and we'll hunt for the specific things that you're having trouble finding. I provide you a list of everywhere I look. I provide you a list of documentation, a report at the end showing everything we found and what we didn't. So if you are trying to fill in your family tree and you need some help in that aspect, you can contact me. I do have a channel for it. I just haven't done anything with it. But I'll talk more about that on one of the Deadbeat Club things. I do have references also. I only have one person that I ever made mad doing genealogy, and that was a guy who is like the cousin of one of my best friends, who got very, very upset because he said I called his grandma a liar. No, I didn't call grandma a liar. I just said grandma was mistaken. Grandma had been telling people for decades that their family was related to Stephen Foster, and I could prove with documents that it was impossible for the relationship that she claimed to exist. It just was not possible. Now, my friend took it with a grain of salt, but boy, her cousin, ooh, he was mad. I guess that was his only claim to fame, was that he thought he was related to Stephen Foster. But I have proved some very interesting relationships for people. I also have helped people prove who their real parent was. But anyway, if you need help in that area, that's another way you can help me earn the money to get to Michigan. So just email and let me know. And I'm going to go and try and find all the things that were supposed to be on tonight's show. And, oh, yeah, I've had a lot of real interesting jobs, William. Real interesting jobs. Hey, Jimmy Licari. How you doing, bud? Seaweeds. Yeah, anyway, a whole bunch of you got packages coming your way. I think 15 went out yesterday. There was a bunch. There was a bunch. I read off the list. John Chum will not believe this. Your package went out finally. I finally learned how to do the Canadian thing. So I hope your package gets there. John Chum's package has been here forever. I think since the 12 Days of Christmas. Maybe the 12 Days of Christmas last year. Who knows? Because I couldn't figure out how to do the paperwork. But it went out of here yesterday. And the lady at the counter at the post office thought it looked fine. And I had the right amount of postage on it. And I had the customs form done. Yeah, John Chum. William just won the Pinpointer, so he's got a Pinpointer now. So anyway, I'm going to try to do better. They've been messing with my meds, got me on physical therapy, bunch of stuff. And I'm going to try to come on every day, even if it's only for 5 or 10 minutes, just to try to keep my hours up because I lost a bunch of view hours again. That's typical. So, thanks everybody for sticking with me through all this. I truly, this last time around, I wasn't sure I was going to survive everything. It's really been rough. The Watchman heart implant did not go as it was intended to, and I ended up with another blood clot on the outside of my heart, and so they had to put me back on the blood thinners for at least 3 months, and they're trying to get rid of that one. But the Watchman did work correctly, and it did not allow the blood clot to get into my heart. So if it had not been in place, I'd have been, which wouldn't have been good. So, William, I'll do the best I can, but usually my mornings are eaten up with nurse visits. My aide comes in the morning. My physical therapist comes in the morning. Mornings are rough around here. All right, I will try and see everybody tomorrow sometime. Watch for the Deadbeat Club. Hey, Tom Kingery. Hi and bye. And I'm working on getting this last little group of packages out. I should be all caught up by the end of this weekend. And I have put something new in place where that shouldn't happen anymore. But, I mean, I just got slam banged. I got hit with that gallbladder thing, and then a week after that I had the first heart surgery, and then about 3 weeks after that I had the second heart surgery, and a week after that I fell off the bus and hurt myself. So yep, it's been a mess. M3 says, where's the bananas? Yeah, that's all he's got to say. I'll see everybody later. Thanks for being here. Congratulations to William on his Pinpointer win. I know he's going to go out there and find some treasure right in his own front yard. So, thanks everybody. Love you guys. Oh, one more quickie thing. My brother Dan, a lot of you have met Dan in here. He's been having some real issues with his glaucoma. He had surgery and it didn't go as planned, and he's really been suffering a lot. Can't really be on the computer too much, but keep my brother Dan in your prayers and thoughts and all that, because he's the one that bought us the new computer and stuff. He's one of the good guys. We'll see y'all later. Thank you. Love y'all. Bye.